First of all, thank you to everybody behind me and in front of me for being here in the heat. Thank you for being here today to share this monumental moment for all of Colorado. Governor Hickenlooper, Lieutenant Governor Lynn, Mayor Hancock, all our distinguished guests. President Theodore Roosevelt, who created the U.S. Forest Service, once said that far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. I can tell you that countless people have been working very hard to foster a deep relationship with the outdoor community, and this is definitely work worth doing. I want to make sure all of you understand what this partnership announcement really represents and stands for. And that is embodied in the very people you see standing here behind me. It's people like David and Becky Lineweber, owners of Angler's Covey in Colorado Springs, and now their daughter Rachel, owner of Pikes Peak Outfitters, who is bringing up the next generation of ownership for the family business and teaching mom and dad a thing or two about what the millennial generation wants in the outdoors. It's Chris Warner, an old Outward Bound instructor turned entrepreneur who is CEO of EarthTrek's climbing gyms in Golden, Colorado, is taking the now defunct Sports Authority headquarters building and turning it into what will be the largest indoor climbing gym facility in the country. Our announcement today solidifies Colorado's place as the leader in the outdoor recreation industry. It brings together thousands of leaders in our industry representing some of the most iconic brands as well as the latest innovations and ideas in our space. And even more importantly, they provide an opportunity for our industry to gather, discuss important policy initiatives, and share those innovations. It's clear that Colorado was selected because of our passion around these issues, as well as the thought leadership that resides in our state for this country. You can see that passion clearly behind me, where recreation industry members from across the state of Colorado stand excited about what these shows mean for them and for our state. Am I right? This community not only serves as an economic driver for our state, but it also plays an important role in contributing to the national dialogue regarding important issues like climate change, access to public lands, and the promotion of health and wellness. Colorado now has this responsibility of leading this dialogue at a national level. Now, this accomplishment is the result of a true team effort, and our office has had the pleasure of working with really great partners. We want to thank these partners for their support in making this dream a reality for Colorado and for the rest of the outdoor recreation industry. So in that spirit, I'd like to turn it over to Daryl Denny and Marissa Nicholson of Emerald Exhibitions to share the exciting news. Daryl, you want to come on up?
Thank you, Luis. Good morning. I'd like to take a moment and thank golly, just a few of the very many people that were responsible for making today possible, including the really team from Colorado that worked incredibly hard. I just have to say, I'm going off script here just a minute, I just have to say, most people have no idea the complexity that would be around moving one significant show in a short period of time. This whole thing involved reformulation and retiming of multiple shows, acquisition of shows, merging things together, multiple partners. The amount of complexity that was involved and displayed in this was really off the charts, rather history-setting, and it took a lot of people who really had to maintain a focus on the big picture in order to make all this happen. From a Colorado standpoint, really starting at the top, really can't say enough in terms of thank you to Governor Hickenlooper and Mayor Hancock, Luis, and the entire Office of Outdoor Recreation. I also really want to make sure that I thank my colleagues here from Emerald Expositions. We have a great team, and that only was made possible by the buy-in and the support from the entire outdoor industry and their support for this very special trade show. Our search for a new venue was an extensive process that we normally would take at least 18 months that we basically crammed down to within a 6-month period. And being able to do so is really a testament to the commitment and the involvement of everybody that needed to do so in order to make this happen. Today's announcement would certainly not be possible without the industry's flexibility and willingness and cooperation and ability to focus on the big picture. We're going to need to remember that and maintain that perspective, because there's a lot of heavy lifting that still has to be done as we move toward bringing the outdoor retailer shows together with SIA, and also being able to weave in a number of important buying groups that take place in and around the show, as well as coordinate all these activities with the very important rep associations that conduct critical buying events that sort of work in tandem with the shows. A terribly exciting day. We're awfully happy to be here. We've got a tremendous opportunity, and an outdoor retailer, which is the largest outdoor show and by a long shot in North America, is really now better positioned to sort of respond to a changing market and play a more important role relative to the current buying cycles. So with that having been said, I'd like to introduce Marissa Nicholson. Marissa is the trade show director of Outdoor Retailer, who I've worked with for the last 7 years. She's really a fantastic leader and manages these excellent trade shows. And Marissa will have, I think, an important announcement for you. So, Marissa?
Good morning. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Luis, Governor Hickenlooper, Mayor Hancock, Rachel, Richard, and John from Visit Denver and the Denver Convention Center and their teams, and also to the outdoor industry that we serve. Thank you for your hospitality on this beautiful Denver day. We are here to announce that Outdoor Retailer, the largest North American trade show for the outdoor industry, has chosen Denver for all shows beginning January 2018. Thank you. We're very excited about this announcement. The expected annual direct and indirect economic impact for these 3 shows is estimated at $110 million, with more than 85,000 attendees per year. We chose Denver because of Colorado's longtime commitment to protecting and nurturing public lands. We chose Denver because this is where the industry wants to be and believes that here is the best place to begin this new era of a unified outdoor community. Denver, we thank you for your commitment to us and to the outdoor industry, and for your community's incredible efforts to provide us with the convention center, hotels, and access to the outdoors that allow us to bring the industry together for the benefit of all. Our first show will be the new Outdoor Retailer Plus Snow Show in January from the 25th through the 28th in 2018. And it will be the first time the outdoor and snow sports industries have been together in one show in nearly 30 years. Outdoor Retailer Summer Market will follow July 23rd through the 26th in 2018, showcasing our industry's beloved warm weather pursuits, most of which are available right here in Denver's backyard. Outdoor Retailer Winter Market will move to November 8th through the 11th in 2018, providing the outdoor industry 3 proven trade show solutions to gather for the business and timeframes appropriate to their buy-sell cycles. For the team at Outdoor Retailer, it's always been about right place, right time, right stuff. With the outdoor and snow industries back together, the support of a progressive state, partnerships with the most powerful outdoor advocates in the industry, and most importantly, the loyalty of our retailers, reps, and brands, we are ready to move forward together. I'm now proud to introduce my friend and colleague, Amy Roberts, Executive Director of the Outdoor Industry Association. Please welcome Amy.
So thanks to Daryl and Marissa. And first I would just ask everyone to, take a look around you, take a look at the panorama behind me over all the folks standing here. And you can see what incredible outdoor assets and visionary leadership come together and what that means. The skyline of the mile-high city set against the backdrop of the Rocky Mountains really is a perfect metaphor for what makes Denver and in so many ways Colorado unique. But Denver didn't happen by accident. It happened by design. It happened by people who were both equal parts entrepreneurial and adventurous. It is and has always been a community and an economy that is both fueled and enriched by its outdoor assets. Coloradoans enjoy thousands of miles of bicycle trails and brag about how many 14ers we've summited. Over 35% of the state is public lands. More than 9,000 miles of trout streams and seemingly endless backcountry options to pursue. There is so much outdoor recreation in Colorado that is all within 10 minutes of our home, whether we're walking or an hour drive. If you've spent time in Denver or any of Colorado's countless recreation towns, be it Aspen, Buena Vista, Steamboat, or Salida, you've probably heard someone say some version of the following. I came here for the skiing, hunting, biking, and climbing, but I stayed for the paddling, cycling, fishing, and hiking. So whether you're a smart transplant or a lucky native like me, the outdoors probably lured you here and kept you here. Likewise, as the mayor and governor will tell you, this state's outdoor assets are among the greatest recruitment and retention tools for businesses that want a place where people work hard, play hard, that pedigree thrives. After all, healthy employees are happy employees, are productive employees. Companies like Google, SolarCity, Tesla, IBM, and NREL, these are just a few of the companies that came to Colorado because of our outdoor recreation assets for their employees. And of course, Outdoor Industry Association chose Colorado a long time ago as well. If you look at towns like Leadville, Rifle, Ouray, Grand Junction, you'll see stories of reinvention in Colorado. Economies that were once dependent on the natural resources economy have flipped the script and now are capitalizing on a renewable resource, which is outdoor recreation. All of this is to say that nothing of the outdoor industry companies that put down roots here. So from Smart Wool in Steamboat to Scarpa North America in Boulder to Topo Designs, locating here is really a matter of authenticity for our brands. We chose Denver for Outdoor Retailers Home because the city, Colorado on the whole, and its residents and policymakers reflect and understand the sentiment that outdoor recreation and the protection of public lands shouldn't be politically polarizing. In fact, they are a bipartisan issue. Colorado is a shining example where this is the case. So it's a so-called purple state. It has a balanced congressional leadership of Republicans and Democrats, a governor who understands the importance of the outdoor recreation economy, a divided state legislature where both sides work together to get things done. It even celebrates public lands, all uses on public lands, by designating a day honoring their contribution. Of course, it also has an Office of Outdoor Recreation, which is focused on advocating for businesses and others promoting the outdoors. Last week, OIA announced Colorado's outdoor recreation economy numbers that show significant growth in Colorado over the past 5 years. The outdoor recreation economy in Colorado generates $28 billion in consumer spending every year and supports 229,000 jobs across the state. We look forward to partnering with policymakers in Colorado around new and innovative ideas to make those numbers even bigger. So our members can rest assured that OIA will continue to be outspoken on issues that impact our industry and will be collaborative around solutions that advance and protect our nation's public lands. On behalf of our over 1,200 members here in Colorado, I want to thank the people of Colorado for hosting OIA for so many years and now our trade show Outdoor Retailer. This is a welcoming place that adventurous and entrepreneurial people call home. OIA is deeply grateful for the many people who have worked long hours and weekends over the past few months to find a new home for our industry gathering. This includes the outdoor retailer team, Visit Denver, especially Rachel, Luis Benitez with the Office of Outdoor Recreation. I especially want to thank my own staff, the wonderful OIA staff, our board of directors, and a special heartfelt thank you to our board chair, Gordon Seabury, who was available night and day to work on this. In a minute, I'll turn it over to Nick Sargent, who is my colleague and friend from Snow Sports Industry Association. And the last group I really want to thank is Grassroots Outdoor Alliance, who are our specialty retailers in the outdoor industry and have been our partner all along the way in this journey. So with that, welcome Nick.
Thank you, Amy. It's very good to be here and in support of this announcement. And this is a really exciting time to be here in Denver. And we couldn't be more happy with the outcome of Denver being chosen as a new host city. I'm Nick Sargent, president of Snow Sports Industry of America, otherwise known as SIA. SIA is a member-owned trade organization focused on leading the winter sport industry. Many of our members are here based in Colorado, and the remainder are either here through business or through recreation. In 2010, SIA brought the snow show here to Denver. Since then, we've worked with Denver and the state hand in hand to create the best environment and platform for the winter sport industry. The winter business industry in the U.S. creates 695,000 jobs and is over $72 billion in business. This couldn't happen without states like Colorado and the commitment that they've given to our industry time and time again. This business encompasses not only the retailer, not only the manufacturer, but consumers, big and small, all with a passion for winter. This passion and sense of community is what makes Colorado and the snow show special and is the best place for our trade show. In closing, I want to thank Governor Hickenlooper, Luis Benitez, Mayor Hancock, especially Daryl and Marissa for the countless hours in negotiating this deal and making this action possible. It wouldn't be done without the long relationship with Visit Denver and Rachel and Richard. They've been countless supporters of this from day one and will continue to help evolve this relationship. Lastly, I want to thank my staff, my board, for all the countless hours that they have put in to make this possible. 2 years ago, when I took this job on, there was a trade show here in Denver which needed a facelift. I met Luis Benitez, and I had a vision and I had a mission, which was create a consolidated trade show here in Denver. Luis introduced me to the governor, and I had time to meet with the governor, sit down and discuss what that vision was. And through the support, we've been able to make this a reality 2 years later. So thank you very much for all of those great times. And now it's my distinct pleasure and honor to introduce the Governor of Colorado, John Hickenlooper.
So I've got a list of acknowledgements I'm going to blaze through, blazing being the word of the moment. First, I want to recognize our team in the governor's office was even larger than just Luis Benitez, although I will bow down to Luis just for a moment. Doug Friednash, my chief of staff, put tons of time into this, lots of phone calls. Our lieutenant governor and chief operating officer, I mean, if you want to look at somebody who really gets outdoor recreation, look to a lieutenant governor who has summited all the 14ers in Colorado in about 10 years. And our communications team has been relentless on this. Marie Logston, Jackie Montgomery, Case Button, go down the whole team. They got behind this early and they pushed it hard. I want to thank Nick, Daryl, Marissa, Amy, all of you guys were real partners in a way that words can't begin to express. This was a very difficult process for a lot of reasons, but nobody ever backed away. Everyone, even in the really difficult times, everyone kept themselves open and continued listening. Especially, I want to say that the first conversation when this kind of became a possibility was Richard Scharf. And there are 7,000 reasons why this was a difficult thing that Richard Scharf really was trained to reject. And I give Rachel a tremendous amount of credit for this, that she kept saying, well, we can find a way to fix that, and there's a way we can fix this. And Richard, God bless him, the door was always open. I think part of that might have to do with the fact that he ultimately reports to the mayor. I mean, he has a separate board, but the mayor's enthusiasm right from the beginning was amazing. If you look at what this means, the $28 billion that's already been mentioned, the $2 billion in state and local tax revenue, the 200 and almost 30,000 jobs, that's a huge benefit. But that's not the really what deserves to be mentioned. We're talking about 40 wilderness areas in the state of Colorado, 4 national parks, 8 national monuments, state parks, state wildlife areas, the national forest, grasslands, canyons. All this stuff comes together as a cumulative attraction, as they say in the shopping center business. It really does make us probably the #1 destination. I know my friend Governor Brown in California might argue this, but the #1 destination for outdoor recreational visitors in the country. Even more important than that is it is part of the defining characteristic of Colorado, that this is a place where a young entrepreneur can come and not just create a business, but create a lifestyle and have a balanced life that allows them to, on any given day, they can bike to work, they can go fishing over lunch, they can go for a hike in the late afternoon, and depending on whether their light's up, go skiing at night. There are not too many places where you can do that, but this is the Colorado way of life. We recognize that this is a big part of why Colorado has the #1 economy in the country right now, that when you look at all the components and all the different industries, a key part of this is the outdoor recreation industry because it helps make so many other things possible. And if you look at what we're really saying today, and I'm making this pledge to the entire industry, is that we're into this for the long term. And we recognize that outdoor recreation is not just jobs and economic impact, but it is also a way of making our state healthier. There's a huge amount of money that never gets recorded that as people do more hiking and more biking, more skiing, they make themselves healthier. They take responsibility for their own health, and that is going to be a huge part of the future of this country if we all do our jobs correctly. So we're going to continue to try and talk about the importance of outdoor recreation, trying to get especially young people away from the screens and outside to enjoy the wonders of Colorado, and we're going to try and keep that really focusing alive. Thoreau once said, "All good things are wild and free." We believe that in Colorado. Nothing behind my hand. Now it's my. I'll let the mayor finish that speech. Nobody worked harder on this than Mayor Hancock, and no governor has been luckier to have a mayor that steps up and realizes when something like this comes along, and maybe there are other conventions that might create more economic impact or maybe have more people or something, but in terms of the long-term health of the state and the long-term health of the city, Mayor Hancock, Michael Hancock himself, got this in about 7 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. He understands the importance of this industry, and he has been a supporter from the very beginning. Our great mayor, Michael Hancock.
Thank you all. Listen, I'm going to be brief for a couple reasons. One, it's hot as hell out here, and this bald head is attracting the sun. And two, in just about a few short minutes, this fountain we're standing on is about to come on. So just want to warn you all. Listen, I want to, once again, join me in thanking our governor because, come on, the state of Colorado, Luis Benitez. This, I can repeat all the thank yous that have been made up here, but I won't because the fountain's coming on for real. But I got to tell you, as a mayor, I often go around the country and people will ask the question, do you get along with your governor? We are not in Texas. We get along with our governor. We have a partnership with the state, and we get things done because of that partnership. And I want to thank Governor Hickenlooper for his friendship and his support and his partnership on things like this, so important to the people of Colorado. Today, though this event is coming to the Colorado Convention Center based in Denver and will be in our hotels based in Denver, the entire state of Colorado wins with this announcement. And we're grateful for that. The governor bowed down to Luis Benitez, a very appropriate bow. I'm going to bow down to Richard Scharf and Rachel Benedict. Because they're the true heroes here, along with our partners and stakeholders who helped make today possible and all who have been named. And I simply want to thank them in block for their support and efforts in making this work. But if you had seen Richard's face when he came into my office with outdoor retailers, he was sweating bullets because, one, he knew there was no failure was not an option here, and two, it was going to take yeoman's work to move opportunities or challenges out of the way to make this happen, but they got it done. And so I want to thank Richard. I want to thank outdoor retailers for coming to Denver, for choosing our great city. And brother, we're biking, hiking, kayaking, bouldering, climbing, cycling, or skiing. What this announcement proves is that Denver and the state of Colorado is indeed a global international player when it comes to outdoor recreational opportunities. What this announcement proves is that our 30 million visitors last year and our 11th consecutive year of breaking tourism records was no fluke, that we are indeed a destination for people for all different reasons coming to our state and to our city. It proves that our investment in our world-class airport, our world-class convention center that we're about to expand, and of course our world-class convention center hotels in downtown Denver and around the metro region are competitive players when it comes to attracting new opportunities to our region and are indeed not a fluke. And so we are proud that you've chosen Denver, that you have picked up on this adventurous Colorado spirit that we all enjoy, and that the outdoor retailers, when you get here, when your 85,000 visitors get here, they're going to find a very open, inclusive, and hospitable state that will welcome them with open arms. This is a relationship that should have happened a long time ago. You are simply where you should have been. And now we welcome you home, outdoor retailers. Congratulations and welcome to Denver, Colorado.
Oh, thank you, Governor. Thank you, Mayor. And thanks, everybody, for being here and standing out in the hot, sweaty sun. As mentioned, I think ultimately it's important that we understand the deep impact that this is going to have. We thank you all for coming here